Hey everyone, I'm Pat Mayo, and in just over a month, pitchers and catchers will be hopping flights to Florida and Arizona. So that means it's time for fantasy baseball prep, yeah. Today, outfielders with new zip codes.
He's like Hamilton, well like the old Josh Hamilton. He's like Hamilton, well like the old Josh Hamilton.
A quick glance at Josh Hamilton's final numbers doesn't really give you a good sense of his up and down 2012. Through June 1st, Hamilton was on pace to shatter basically every non-Bond single season offensive record. But as it turns out, that pace was unsustainable. Hamilton saw a precipitous drop-off in his numbers over the summer, culminating with a bizarre story that blamed his struggles on quitting caffeine. But I have a better explanation. When you swing at every pitch, eventually you're gonna miss. And that's what happened. When pitchers finally realized Hamilton would be taking home run cuts at dirt balls, things were made much easier. He's currently coming off draft boards around pick 20, making him a bit too risky for my taste. Unless he improves his pitch recognition, you're looking at a guy that's really only a plus contributor in 3 categories. Sure, he can be elite in those stats, but early in drafts, I'm going with the safer option. Every year, someone reaches on BJ Upton, convinced this is finally the season he reaches his full potential. Unfortunately, that never happens. While even 75% of that max potential is still a pretty good fantasy option, his sizable contract from the Braves will have him overvalued by draft time. And there are even more concerns, primarily his value on the base paths. Upton's let his stolen base total drop every year since 2008, and if he's not among the league leader in steals, he's just a guy that's going to kill your average, not get on base, while providing a little pop. And if that's really something you're interested in, just wait 5 rounds and take Nelson Cruz instead. 3 years and $39 million is probably too much to pay for real-life Shane Victorino, but in fantasy, he's a calculated gamble at his current price. And all he really needs to do is get back to hitting right-handed pitching at his career rate. If he can get back into the 250 range against righties, Victorino has serious upside hitting atop the Red Sox lineup. Best case scenario, he's an elite source of runs and steals, posting average stats everywhere else. Worst case, he's terrible and you give him a one-way ticket to your league's waiver wire. Not a bad scenario for an outfielder you can grab in the 13th round. Do you demand more fantasy baseball coverage? Then I have fantastic news. RotoExperts Fantasy Baseball Draft Kit's almost here. Full rankings, sleepers, busts, impact prospects, everything you'll need to compete for a fantasy title. So go buy it now and get yourself a deal. Till next time, I'm Pat Mayo.